Archangel Michael says, there is movement in the unseen realm tonight, and your name has been whispered in a place where fate is rewritten. The man who once loved you from afar, quietly watching over you through moments of chaos and calm, is no longer bound by silence. He has been granted divine permission to step forward, and this time, he is carrying something in his hand that glows with power not from this world. He did not forget you, not even for a second, even when you thought he had disappeared like everyone else. He held the memory of your voice, the kindness in your eyes, and the prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. What was taken from you, the love, the trust, the part of you that once laughed freely, is about to be restored in a way that will bring tears to your soul. There was a reason he couldn't reach you before, a force stronger than his desire, blocking the path like a gate sealed with ancient chains. But those chains are now breaking, one by one, and the gate is trembling, responding to an order from heaven itself. He is coming, not as the man who left, but as the man shaped by divine lessons, carrying the message meant to unlock your future. Archangel Michael says, this is not just a reunion, it's a realignment of divine timing, long delayed but never denied. You may feel your spirit shaking, and that's because your soul already senses his return like thunder before the storm. This message he brings will not only heal you, but it will also shatter the curses placed upon your happiness without your knowledge. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You were not abandoned. You were being protected until the right moment could pierce through the fog. And now, that moment is close, wrapped in his voice, hidden inside the story he never got to finish telling you. His heart has been through fire, betrayed by those closest, judged for loving someone so divinely chosen. But he still kept the photograph, still remembered your scent in the middle of dark nights when even hope seemed unfair. A power greater than fate intervened, and now he's being sent with an order: restore what the enemy thought they had destroyed. Your name never left his mouth during his prayers, even when he was down on his knees in cities where no one knew your story. His love was not ordinary, it was hidden by heaven, concealed so that it wouldn't be corrupted before the right time. And now, with that time unfolding like pages in a divine book, he's stepping out of silence, holding the words you've been aching to hear. They tried to convince him that you had moved on, that you had changed, that your heart no longer echoed his. But something stronger than logic kept pulling him back to you: his dreams, his sleepless nights, the signs he couldn't deny. Because even when you gave up, heaven didn't. And now the one chosen to bring back what you thought you lost is on the way. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There were people who didn't want you to meet again. They whispered lies, stirred confusion, planted spiritual thorns between you both. But Archangel Michael has broken that interference with a sword that slices through deception. The letter he holds is not written in ink, it's engraved in light. Inside it is a truth that will silence every lie that's ever been told about you. He is not just bringing himself back, he is bringing justice, wrapped in forgiveness and divine order. He looks different now. There's a new strength in his eyes, a clarity that wasn't there when you last saw him. That's because the divine has refined him, not to match the world's expectations, but to match your destiny. He once thought his silence was protection, but now he knows it was delay, not denial. He has cried for you in places he'll never admit, places where even the strongest man can break. And now, he returns not broken, but rebuilt, spiritually assigned to help lift the weight off your heart. The angels have been circling you both, guiding your lives in mirrored patterns until you could finally converge again. This isn't coincidence, it's convergence, it's prophecy blooming in real time. What was taken from you, a future, a promise, a plan, is now returning with him, rewritten in divine ink. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There are spiritual forces watching right now, some with envy, some with fear. Because when love returns with heaven's backing, even the darkest spell loses its power. Your connection is no longer a secret kept in the shadows, it's becoming a beacon meant to burn through chains. The enemies who celebrated your heartbreak will now witness your restoration. They'll watch you rise, not alone, but side by side with the one who once watched you from the crowd in silence. He saw you when no one else did, and now he's ready to stand beside you, not as a secret, but as a shield. Archangel Michael says, "Be still and let the plan unfold." You don't need to chase, question, or worry, the divine has already choreographed the reunion. And when he speaks, you'll know it's not his voice alone, but the voice of every prayer you thought went unanswered. You don't have to fix anything. You only have to receive what is finally being returned to you. Because your name was never forgotten in heaven, and now the one chosen to carry the restoration is walking back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Do not be shocked when he arrives with words you've never heard, but always needed. They are being delivered not just from his heart, but from the divine. What you feel rising inside you, it's not anxiety, it's recognition. You are being prepared for a moment that will crack open every sealed memory. A moment that will turn the pain of the past into a doorway of purpose. And he will speak in a way that only someone truly assigned to your destiny can. The world may call it a surprise, but your spirit already knew he would return. Because true connections never break, they just wait for divine instruction. And now that instruction has been given, and time is no longer in delay. This return is not just a reunion of hearts, it's a rearrangement of your spiritual path. You both were wounded, but now those wounds are turning into markings of divine protection. He carries answers, but more than that, he carries the energy to unlock what was locked within you. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says, silence was his prison, but now truth is his sword. And with each word he speaks, shadows will retreat from your name, your story, and your home. This man has been forged by fire so he can bring warmth to the places you thought would stay cold forever. There will be a moment when you look into his eyes and see the version of yourself you lost. And that version will smile back at you, as if to say, you were never forgotten. Because his love was always watching, always waiting, always being prepared by higher hands. His return won't come with noise, but with undeniable peace. You will feel the shift in your bones, in your breath, in the air around you. Because when something sacred returns, the entire atmosphere changes to welcome it. You are about to witness the power of divine timing, where everything makes sense at once. Where every tear is replaced with clarity, and every fear with assurance. This is more than love, it's divine intervention wrapped in human form. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. When he steps through the doorway, your spirit will feel something it hasn't felt in a long time: completion. Not because you need him to be whole, but because he carries a missing puzzle piece that was always yours. You'll finally understand why all the delays, heartbreaks, and spiritual warfare happened. They were to prepare for this moment. He will say something that will break your silence. A sentence you didn't know you were waiting for, but when it comes, the tears will be instant. It will be the unlocking phrase, the final key, and it will open your destiny. This love returning is not a replay of the past, it's a resurrection. It is returning, yes, but with divine upgrades, protection, and power. Everything that once worked against you will now be silenced by his presence beside you. Let the world wonder how you survived, how you thrived, how you healed. Because the real answer is coming back to you, not in fantasy, but in physical form. He's bringing the message, but you're carrying the miracle. Together, the world will witness divine proof. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. Your steps are being guided now with precision, and nothing is random in this unfolding. You may feel a strange warmth on your skin or a breeze in your room when no windows are open. That's not your imagination. It's a sign that spiritual energy is clearing the way for this man to reach you without resistance. There are forces trying to interfere even now, desperate to prevent this reunion. But their power has weakened because Archangel Michael has surrounded your name in light. And the man walking toward you has divine armor over his spirit. He will not be stopped this time. He knows more than he is saying, but the right words will come when he's standing in front of you. Because your energy will awaken his memory fully, and the divine message will be spoken clearly. It will be a sentence that sets you both free from the shadows that have followed your path for too long. Do not mistake delays for denial. This delay was your protection. The enemies that wanted to steal your future have already failed, even if they don't know it yet. And the man returning knows that his silence is now over, and his truth must be spoken without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The time when you were left wondering, pacing, and questioning your worth is over. He saw you crying even though you didn't see him watching. But now, he's not watching from afar, he's approaching, carrying the keys to restoration. Every moment you doubted your place in his heart, heaven recorded and rewrote. Now that record is being played out in front of your eyes, live, real, and sacred. His voice, once held back by fear, is now powered by divine permission and angelic force. You may not recognize him fully, not because he's a stranger, but because he's transformed. Gone is the boy who ran from his calling. In his place is a man who knows what he's returning for. And that's you, your light, your voice, your heart that never truly closed its doors to him. Archangel Michael says, divine restoration can look unfamiliar when it arrives. But your soul will recognize the truth behind the eyes looking into yours. You are not being visited by the past, you are being touched by destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You are about to be restored in ways that will confuse those who once mocked your faith. They didn't understand the depth of the bond between your soul and His. They saw silence as weakness, but it was actually divine restraint. Every moment of quiet was building a storm of answers. Now, that storm is reaching your doorstep, not to destroy, but to renew. And He is its carrier, bringing rain that will nourish the broken parts of you. You might hear a knock or feel a strange sense of presence before He even arrives. That's the realm of the Spirit preparing your physical world for what's next. Don't be afraid of what's unfamiliar, it's only unfamiliar because it's finally pure. You'll notice your dreams shifting, your heartbeat reacting, your thoughts centering more than usual. It's all part of the spiritual alignment happening beneath the surface. He is moving toward you, even if His feet haven't yet crossed the threshold, because His Spirit already has. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. He comes not as a rescuer, but as a reminder that you were never truly left behind. He will speak of things only someone divinely connected to your path could know. He will remind you of the moments even you had forgotten, the day you looked up and whispered, "Why me?" Because He heard it. Not with His ears, but with His soul. And He carried that question until the divine gave Him the answer, and that answer is you. You are no longer hidden in the shadows of someone else's lies. You are emerging, radiant, and claimed by a love that heaven has refined. No spell, no betrayal, no delay could stop this moment from arriving. It's here now, and it's unstoppable. The steps you'll take together next are not just romantic, they're divine assignments. Because you are not just reuniting, you are rebuilding a future that was stolen by time and twisted by envy. And the message He carries isn't just for you, it's through you, to change the world around you both. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. You will hear words that feel like déjà vu, as if your spirit knew them before your ears received them. And that's because this reunion was written before the interference ever began. The divine did not forget you. And the one returning knows that now more than ever. He will speak of battles you knew nothing about, pain He bore in silence, and visions that led Him back to your name. His voice might tremble, but His faith in this moment will not. He will stand in front of you not asking for a chance, but offering a new beginning. There will be those who question this moment, who doubt the purity of His return. But they are not your concern. Because this isn't for them, this is for you, and the path written in golden thread through the heavens. Archangel Michael says, when truth returns, it shakes everything built on lies. So expect discomfort around you, but do not absorb it. Stand firm in your peace, because it has been fought for by both angels and man. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. You are not who you used to be, and neither is He. But the core, the divine spark that first connected you, it still burns. And this time, nothing can extinguish it. He is returning not just with love, but with intention, mission, and honor. He will show you something that belonged to you long ago, something symbolic, something sacred. And when He hands it to you, you will know, what was lost is now found. This love is not about replaying history, it's about rewriting it. This message is not about rekindling old flames, it's about birthing divine purpose. Your tears won't be wasted, they are seeds for the joy that's about to flood your soul. So breathe, chosen one. Exhale the pain. Inhale the promise. Because the man who loved you in silence is now returning, with heaven's voice behind his own. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. He never stopped carrying your name in places no one else could see, not on paper, not on screens, but in prayer. When he sat in stillness, it was your memory that gave him peace in chaos. And now, he comes not just as a man, but as a vessel of restoration blessed by the divine. He had to walk through fires that nearly consumed him, battles that nearly broke him. But it was in those flames that his true purpose was revealed, to return to the one whose voice never left his soul. You are not just someone he loved, you are someone he was assigned to. Archangel Michael says, his delay wasn't denial, it was your preparation. You had to be shaped, shielded, and spiritually awakened so you wouldn't settle for an unfinished story. And now, your story is about to be completed in a way more beautiful than you imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. There are still people who will try to pull him away again. But this time, his eyes are open, and his ears are only tuned to the voice of divine instruction. He won't be swayed by noise or opinions, he is coming to claim what was always spiritually his. He may speak softly, but his spirit carries thunder. And that thunder will silence every lie spoken in your absence, every rumor created to destroy your hope. Because this reunion is not just a miracle, it's a response to injustice. You've cried long enough. You've questioned yourself in silence, wondering why the ones you loved never stayed. But now, the one who stayed in spirit is returning in body, and this time, he's not leaving without fulfilling his purpose. There will be signs just before he reaches you, dreams that feel too real, smells that trigger deep memories, strange coincidences that are not coincidences. These are confirmations from heaven, sent ahead of his arrival so your spirit will be ready. And when he enters your presence, even time will feel different, slower, sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. You are not crazy for still feeling him in the quiet moments. You are not weak for still hoping, even after everything tried to convince you it was over. Hope is not weakness, it is your spiritual inheritance, and it's finally being rewarded. He brings with him an apology, but not the ordinary kind. His apology will carry weight, backed by transformation, and soaked in divine truth. You won't just hear it. You'll feel it reverberating through your bones. The people who mocked your faith in him will be silenced not by your words, but by his return. Because the power of divine restoration makes noise without needing defense. And you, chosen one, are about to be wrapped in the warmth of a love heaven never allowed to die. He will look you in the eyes and say the words that were stolen from him years ago. The words that were cursed, delayed, and choked by spiritual attacks. But now, those words are coming out unfiltered, unblocked, and blessed. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. When he speaks, you'll remember dreams you had long ago. You'll remember promises you made in silence, letters you never sent, prayers you thought were ignored. And in that moment, you'll know, none of it was in vain. He's returning because it's time. Because heaven can no longer allow your story to remain unfinished. Because destiny has reached the tipping point, and your reunion is not just personal, it's prophetic. There will be a day very soon when the atmosphere will shift around you. A certain light will fill the room, and something in your body will pause, almost like a reset. That's the exact moment he is thinking of you, speaking your name aloud, preparing to walk toward you. You are not imagining the sudden changes around you, these are divine disturbances. Your ancestors are watching. The angels are aligning. The barriers are crumbling. The reunion has already begun in the spirit realm, it's only now manifesting into your sight. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. The room where your photo once sat in silence is about to be filled with truth. He will reveal the things they said about you, the lies they told to keep you two apart. And he will renounce every one of them, not because you asked him to, but because the divine commanded it. He remembers the way you made him feel, safe, seen, significant. He has chased many things, but none gave him peace the way your presence once did. And that's how he knew, no matter the cost, he had to return. He's bringing something physical, a gift, a sign, a token. It won't be expensive in the worldly sense, but it will hold weight in the spirit. And when he places it in your hands, a shift will occur even in your blood. You are about to be restored not just in love, but in dignity, trust, and joy. Every word spoken against your name is being reversed. And the one who loved you in silence is now being released to speak on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. You will see him differently this time. Not through the lens of fear or confusion, but through clarity, a clarity only divine timing can create. You will not have to guess his intentions, his energy will speak louder than his voice. He's been instructed to protect, to uplift, and to walk beside you through what's next. Because what's ahead of you is not ordinary, it's spiritual territory that must be claimed in unity. And you are no longer walking alone. You will feel lighter, even before he speaks. Because the burden of wondering will finally end. And what begins in that moment will ripple into every area of your life: health, home, finances, purpose. This man is not coming to just love you, he's coming to cover you. To shelter you from what tried to steal your peace, and to stand as proof that heaven restores completely. When he returns, your life will never be the same. Type Amen to get blessing 1211. Let them talk. Let them question. Let them doubt. Because what's happening is not for show, it's for your soul. This is a private blessing disguised as public proof. He is being pulled by something greater than himself. Even when his mind wanders, his spirit is locked on you. Because heaven sealed your names together before either of you were even born. The reunion will not need explanation, it will carry confirmation. Others may not understand it, but you will feel it as clearly as your heartbeat. This is more than love, it is divine recovery. And it will happen exactly when it's meant to, without chaos, without confusion. So rest. Prepare, open your heart without fear. Because the one who loved you in silence is no longer silent, and neither is heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 1010.